Huge flex. Incredible flex. Meanwhile, employing illegals on the congressional staff. You got
Proof? Can you show me any proof for this claim, please? That sounds pretty extreme, no? Well, where exactly are the illegals? Can you point them out to me? Are they in the room with us right now?
to wonder, why did she hire illegals on the congressional staff? Why didn't she hire, American?
Holy shit, I am actually done with all these people who use fucking Twitter as their news source, okay? This needs to stop. Even using Grok or using like fucking ChatGPT is better than fucking scrolling down your Twitter, your Twitter shit. Okay, I unironically think liberal upper class women have had and continue to have a negative effect on America. I'm not sure about that. Like whenever people say something like that, or they say like anti-white women, at the same time they're kind of ignoring all the positive things that really politically active white women has also brought, right? Like they are also among the first to adopt new progressive movements. I'm not sure, but I think they're probably like fuck me, I don't know. Like they contribute towards so many liberal votes. They contribute towards so many liberal votes because they fucking canvas so much. These people don't trust essay-long investigative reports and hundreds of tied images. No, it's too much to read, apparently.
Citizens.
Even though there's literally videos out there that reads these things for them, but okay.
She cares so much about the jobs of American citizens, right? Right? She cares so much about the jobs of Americans. I don't understand. Why would this happen? Also, Donald Trump had over 100,000 people on January 6th. Yeah, but that wasn't really a Donald Trump rally. That was more of an anti-Biden rally. How is AOC still not prosecuted for employing an illegal enemy in her congressional office? Do laws just not mean anything anymore? Now, the irony of this is, that is the exact thing that AOC has been saying about Trump since he got elected, right? Trump deported people to... he deported, like, the Venezuelan gangs. He deported them to El Salvador, and some random butt-fucking piece of shit judge somewhere in the middle of bumfuck nowhere stands up and is like, oh!
You're right, guys, okay? Being a judge and ordering people to come back for their fucking... to undergo due process is bad, apparently, okay? You heard it. These people are anti-democracy, okay? I just want to make this extremely clear. People like Nuxtaku are anti-democracy, okay? You can't have democracy without due process. Due process is when you go through the court system to determine whether or not you're guilty or innocent. If you don't have a court system in which you determine whether or not you're guilty or innocent, and you just send people straight to a fucking slave labor camp, that is what we call an autocracy, okay? That is what we call an authoritarian government. So, okay, all right, like, yeah, I don't know. Okay.
I don't allow you to do so. Turn the planes around. Right? Remember that whole controversy? I covered that already. It was pretty awesome. AOC, and then AOC stands up. Do laws just not mean anything anymore? Do laws not mean anything, Trump? Orange man. Orange man, do laws not mean anything? You're gonna violate a court order? Yeah, do laws not mean anything anymore, AOC? Laws for thee, but not for me. These people don't actually have a spine or any form of moral backbone. They are fucking pieces of shit, all of them. I'm not gonna support. They're all just giant, huge politician bullshitters. All of them. All of them. Oh my God. Trump's New Jersey rally.
Wait, so they're all politician bullshitters. You can't state a single policy that you disagree with. You can't actually go into detail on, evidence that's against them. You don't actually bring up any real evidence at all. But then Trump is in your next sentence, hanging on your tongue, as if it isn't the most ironic thing in the world for you to be stating them, despite all the politicians you support being like the biggest fucking bullshitters on the fucking face of the earth. But okay, like this is... Fuck me, dude. Like, have you guys ever heard like Elon Musk speak about like Doge? He literally bullshits his way through the entire fucking conversation. He literally goes like, well, we want to uh, reduce government waste. And it's all about control systems, and the systems have to talk to each other. Without these systems, you have people who are like really? These are the politicians and these are the people you want working in government that are not bullshitters. And Trump who goes like fucking, well, oh fuck, I can't do a Trump voice, okay? I can't do it. But you know how he talks. He fucking bullshits his way through every single conversation too, okay? Ignore that.
It was estimated at between 80K and 100K in attendance. Guys, they'll just lie. They just lie. All they do is lie. They only lie. These unbelievable narcissists. Trump, do laws not mean anything? Also her breaks laws all the time. Now, the funniest thing is,
Nux, have you ever tried not being a fucking retard?
it does definitely seem like the Democrats are pushing for a Sanders AOC 2028 presidential ticket. And I think it's important to note that the party is currently in half. Like, them doing this, on the one hand, they're accessing a lot of younger people that are excited for this. But on the other hand, you have to recognize the fact that, this is splitting the party in half. Whatever happens is going to be a fucking bloodbath, and I am very excited. The bloodbath is going to be legendary. The chaos is going to be insane, and my content will only get better. You see, they don't realize all...
Yeah, I feel like Nux is on some really high copium right now because he has essentially been disavowed by so many people at this point for all the Shadman shit, that he's just kind of losing his mind, you know? Like, you know, I'm willing... I'm willing to look past, you know, people's sins and shit, right? But at the same time, you know, it clearly still affects this guy. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Dude, this guy is fucking cringe as fuck. Okay.
All they do is fund my content, and I appreciate them so much. It's so nice of you to do this. Now,
did you just admit that you're grifting? Hello? Hello? What's going on here?
Here's the great part. Look at this shit. It's unbelievable. Look at him on his speech. I think this might be one of the most evil things I've ever heard. Oh god. I'm shocked that he had the balls to go out and say this. You have to hear this little...
Sanders cringe. Sanders is cringe sometimes, but not every time. Nixo, hello, welcome to Twitch chat. But I would prefer a fucking dead Sanders corpse over Trump being in office right now, to be honest.
Snippet of his speech, and then we will all come together and cry.
We have major epidemics dealing with addiction.
Right, true.
I think we lost 100,000 Americans last year because of drug overdoses, serious problem in my state. We have...
Right, drug overdoses, that's bad, all right.
People addicted to alcohol, serious problems with alcoholism.
All right, true, fair, I guess.
We have people who are addicted to tobacco. My father smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day, and he died before he was 60.
Yeah, bad, right.
People addicted to food. But I will tell you this.
All right.
In the midst of all of these addictions...
All right. So far, so good. There are a lot of addictions, you know, illegal immigrants coming in, bringing in fentanyl. Like, this is all bad. I think we can all agree. So far, Bernie's spitting facts.
The worst and most dangerous addiction we have
is
the greed of the oligarchs.
Not only does he not mention fentanyl, the leading cause of death in America, all right? Not only does he not mention literally the #1 cause of death in America, fentanyl, but he mentions the greed of the oligarchs, the billionaires that are running the country that are just so greedy. Okay, chat's listing like a whole lot of other addictions. What about addictions to social media? What about porn addiction? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. It's all a message. It's all a game. He doesn't care. Really? The greed of the oligarchs is...
Dude, this is the most insufferable commentary. Oh my god. This is actually the most insufferable commentary I've ever listened to. It's so bad, dude. And I've listened to my old videos.
More dangerous than the fucking rapist terrorists pouring over the borders? Like, what are we talking about? I'm the shock. Bro, you take money from Big Pharma. You peddle bullshit crap that the pharmacies tell you to because they pay you. Like, what are we talking about? Not to mention, by the...
Where exactly is Bernie Sanders tied to the pharmaceutical? Also, I hate this entire thing with like demonizing the pharmaceutical industry. Like, nobody can actually like detail out what's wrong with the process. Nobody can actually detail out like where exactly the money goes, one specific use case for something that's wrong. Everybody just points fingers, is like, it's dumb, it's yeah, exactly, it's bad, okay, it's bad, okay, big pharma, big pharma, big pharma, oh wait, big I just tripped over a sidewalk crack and I fell on my face. It's big pharma. What issue do you personally see as an issue in American politics? Housing crisis. Easy. Housing crisis is one of the biggest issues in American politics that we need to see more of. And in fact, I think that if we fix the housing crisis in a good way, you can see a lot of issues resolve on its own as well. Because places that have high prices, like, yeah, there's a lot of issues that are directly connected with the housing crisis, but nobody talks about the housing crisis because everybody talks about these fucking transgender whatever the fucking locker rooms or some shit. Bernie doesn't get money from the pharma industry like he implies. It's primarily from donors who report where they work, and they work at pharma companies. Again, I don't even know why you're trying to give this guy any credence or any level of fucking good faith, because Nux certainly does not deserve it. Okay, he's just fucking
way. Not to mention that 95% of the billionaires in America donate exclusively to Democrats.
Hey Egghead, FYI, this guy has over 2 million subscribers on his main channel. And he has more subscribers than Rev Says Desu on his second channel. It's fucking horrific. Like the state of how information and misinformation is being communicated in the United States. Real subs? See, that's what I'm also asking too.
As I'm gonna show you, don't worry, this video is gonna be big. This might be one of the biggest videos. Huge video. I came in here and I was like, wow, what a big video. So all of this shit, we have addictions to some things, but honestly, the biggest addiction out there is not the addiction to drugs. We don't even care about illegal immigrants. It's about the greed of rich people. Communism. That's my guy. Bernie out here spitting. Dude, it's crazy. Like, it is so wild. The party is misguided and out of touch. Honestly, they are so out of touch. That is the craziest shit. Bernie used to say tax all millionaires until he became one. It is shocking, bro. Absolutely shocking to see this. How does he go on stage and he talks about basically the biggest problems in America? And he's like, that's not the real problem. The real problem is rich people are greedy. Absolutely insane. AOC and Bernie want to fight oligarchy, unless, of course, it's in Ukraine. In that case, they're cool funding it. Like, dude, the hypocrisy is endless. Like, I could sit here for 2 hours making fun of the hypocrisy of these statements. They have always supported oligarchs. They just wanted oligarchs on their side funding them. This is all lies. And I know a thing or two about greediness of oligarchs. I've been bought by some oligarchs. Bro, AOC and Bernie Sanders have been paying people to attend their rallies. Kamala Harris did the same things. AOC fled New...
He's like unironically citing Twitter as a source. Like, all of his takes are based on tweets, which is specifically catered towards him. A Twitter feed that the algorithm has determined is specifically catered towards his own internal way of thinking about things and his own internal biases. And he's citing his own fucking Twitter feed. I hate everything right now. Yes, his ratio of video views to subs look kind of low. Yeah, but that's also kind of normal if you fell off. I'm baffled they allow Fox News to spread fake news on TV. We have free speech laws.
New York City because she's caught paying illegals to be on her congressional staff. Dog, I'm not even kidding. Former illegal immigrant aide to AOC self-deports to Colombia amid questions about employment. They caught him, they were gonna deport him, and he's like, yep, self-report, get me out of here. Like, come on, dude, who are you fooling? Oligarchy is fine when Bernie Sanders and AOC do it, according to Democrats. I mean, this is what...
Yeah, again, they're not oligarchs. AOC has a net worth of a maximum of $50,000, all right? Every single congressman has to file a FDR, which tells you how much money they have, okay? And how much they make. So, you know, AOC is not an oligarch, but okay.
what the Fight Oligarchy tour is actually about. Oligarchy is great when it's our oligarchs. It's bad when it's other people's oligarchs. That's the bullshit we're dealing with here, and this is the biggest movement because the modern Democratic Party are fucking retarded. They're so unlikable that somehow this movement is working better.
No, Nux. Just look in the mirror. Just look in the mirror and then repeat that, all right? And then process what you just said, all right? Just, okay, please.
You have to realize how insane this is. You have to realize how insane this is, dude. The current Democratic Party didn't stand up to clap for a kid with brain cancer. They're the most unlikable muppets on the face of the fucking planet. They have let Trump get all the power in the universe because they put up Kamala Harris and a borderline zombie muppet Joe Biden to run for president last time. They've fumbled the country. They had control of everything. They even controlled social media. They silenced people for having opinions about COVID. They controlled everything and they fumbled the country. So Fight Oligarchs is now a movement that people can support because holy shit, look at the rest of the Democrats. It's insane. AOC accuses...
Meanwhile, we have the richest person in the world in our government, and he is literally making people get fired, and... Oh my god.
Trump and Elon of gutting Medicaid and taking away healthcare, right? So obviously she cares about this. I'm going to show you the clip before we show you the hypocrisy, because it's insane what's been going on.
If you are a fan of Donald Trump and you like to punish yourself by watching my live streams, welcome. I'm still fighting for your healthcare anyway.
But Trump didn't actually cut healthcare. You're literally lying right now. You see, the thing is, Trump stopped Social Security to go to dead people. Biden's largest constituent voters. Bro, you did nothing. You're not doing anything. Your fight is pointless. You're fear-mongering. Trump's not cutting...
Can anybody point to me, like, even 10 cases of Social Security fraud that's happening? Can anybody show me that? Can also not only that, I'm pretty sure they have floated the idea of cutting Medicare. They have they're probably not going to do it, but they have floated the idea of cutting Medicare. Wasn't that debunked already? Like parents of children that passed away. Nux doesn't deserve your good faith, Nixo from Twitch chat, okay? The majority of people fired by Doge have been rehired exactly by court order, I think. They've already cut healthcare. Have they actually? Not in the budget, but by firing tens of thousands of workers? Yeah, I guess that's still cutting. I think that's still cutting. Yeah, fuck it. I'll say that's still cutting. Yeah, people who work in bureaucratic offices that make sure that healthcare companies in the USA follows regulations and does what they're supposed to do, right?
Healthcare.
If you are MAGA and you're on Social Security, congratulations. Welcome. I'm fighting for your benefits too.
And so is Trump, because he's not cutting Social Security. You're literally lying. Like, look.
God. He's so retarded. He's so retarded. Oh my god, guys. He's so stupid.
Look at the bullshit that we have to deal with. Like, the people that watch AOC, like the AOC fans, they're gonna see this and be like, holy fuck, she is so based. Unbelievable snob, but dog, this is crazy. What is even happening? Trump is not cutting Social Security. This is just bullshit fear-mongering. How do you compete against this stream of misinformation and lies?
Because I actually believe that people should age with dignity in this country.
Yeah, well, Trump aged with dignity. Bro's 80 years old, and he looks pretty good, not gonna lie.
Because he... First of all, okay, he looks like a fucking deflated orange hot air balloon, all right? So I don't know about that one. Second of all, he's rich and he still looks like an orange deflated hot air balloon. So, you know, I don't... He looks like a fucking dried up raisin. He has a head that looks like he's been on Ozempic, all right?
Believe that people...
The OPM ratified director spoke in the Big House about cutting Social Security. Again, they've talked about it. I know about that one at
should have
least.
access to health care. We don't quote unquote have the money for a better and improved social safety net.
Dog! You are sending billions of dollars to Iraqi Sesame Street and surprise butt sex in Somalia. Like, can you not make believe that you've always been using American money for Americans? You have been the #1 supporter of sending money to Ukraine and paying for transgender mouse surgeries in South Korea. Dog, you've been paying for underwater chicken tickling and LGBT activism in Afghanistan. Like, what are we even talking about? These are not people that give a fuck.
I feel like everything he just said have repeatedly been debunked again and again, but misinformation is just too powerful. I think at this point, debunking is just useless at this point. Like, we're like all this effort debunking, and these people are still spreading like the same fucking points. It's so retarded.
Shit about this stuff. They paid for Hamas's terror tunnels in Gaza by sending billions of dollars of cement there. What do you think they did with billions of dollars of cement? Like, what?
What? When did you... What? We're not... Oh my god. We're like the #1 supporter of Israel. We're the #1 supporter of Israel. How are we donating cement to Hamas? What is he talking about? What is going on?
What are we even talking about? Condoms to Gaza. Like, where did everyone care about Social Security then?
Because we let assholes like Elon Musk gut Medicaid and gut Social Security.
To be clear, he did not gut Medicaid. Just little fact check. He gutted Social Security for dead people because Social Security was so retarded that it was funding dead people. There were 200-plus-year-old clients still getting Medicaid.
There's like a nugget. Yeah, okay, yeah. So, eventually when you donate money to Israel, they will fire rockets, and, when these NGOs send aid over there to Gaza, sometimes the NGO trucks get captured, and they also capture materials such as cement. They also capture unexploded ordinances from dropped air bombs from Israel, in which they now repurpose for Hamas tunnels and weapons. Yes, I know the nuance, okay? But he doesn't deserve the nuance.
So yes, he gutted the dead people that were still getting Medicaid payments. Honestly, that's a pretty good thing. But she's framing it as gutting Social Security. Like, what are we doing here? One TikTok, 47 lies. Now, the funniest part is obviously the fact that Kathy Hochul was overhauled the CDPAP program in a rigged bidding process, which will cause elderly and disabled New Yorkers to lose their home health care. New Yorkers will die. Does AOC care? So she is a New Yorker. Why does she not care about the fact that New York is cutting Medicaid for 100,000 elderly people in New York? She doesn't care. You know what she cares about? She cares about the 200-plus-year-old dead people that are still getting Social Security. That's who she cares about. The hypocrisy is flabbergasting. Flabbergasting!
Dude, ghosts need medical care too. Ghosts need Social Security too. What the fuck? Dude, come on. Have some dignity for the dead. What the fuck?
Levels of retardation. I'm hoping you're enjoying the AOC is 100+% fuck franchise, because we are only at the very beginning. I want to show you what this tour is all about. This is the biggest
Alright, show us, Nux. Let's go.
Political movement in the country right now. And you have to know the foundation that it's standing on. And now, I'm not going to make believe I am doing this to educate people and save the world. I am not. I am doing this because the chaos is incredibly entertaining, and I will continue to entertain. How about this little bit of entertainment? Oh, I think I already showed this to you, that 84% of the people that went to 9 or more rallies.
The only way you're entertaining is when I'm laughing at you. But otherwise, it's completely impossible to watch you off stream. If I try to watch you off stream, I feel the temptation to go to Home Depot to buy rope. Okay, that's my ultimate temptation.
We're there. This is paid support. These are rent-a-crowds. They are arguing and floundering about how we had 34,000 people, even though they only had 20,000. We had an even bigger rally than Donald Trump ever had. Even Donald Trump never had a rally this big. Meanwhile, they paid for their crowds. Like, what are we even dealing with here? More and more lies. Now, on top of that, in case you were curious, in New Jersey, on May 11th, 2024, there was an estimated attendance of 100,000 people at the Trump rally. At Butler, Pennsylvania, the report suggests 50 to 100,000 attendees. In Florida,
Oh, okay. So he only does grok fact-checking when it's convenient for him. All
Arizona,
right.
between 30 and 50,000 attendees.
Cool.
All three of these rallies were objectively bigger than their oligarchy simping. Literally, all three of these rallies were bigger. They were all bigger than the fucking bullshit AOC oligarchy.
You literally typed in as a prompt, biggest Donald Trump rallies, you absolute buffoon. You absolute and completely inept moron. You literally typed into grok, biggest Donald Trump rallies. You fucking idiot.
Oligarchy crusade. All of them. Like, are we on the same page? It's lies on lies. She says 34,000. It wasn't. She says it's organic. It wasn't. She says it's bigger than any Trump rally. It wasn't. How do you combat this retardation with comedy? And that.
Did she say that? Did she? Can you point me to the clip where she said that? Maybe I missed it. But did she say it's bigger than any Trump rally? Hello? Are we living in a separate simulated reality here?
That's what we're here for. Let's laugh at more idiots. AOC was in Arizona on Thursday with Bernie Sanders lying to her audience as she talked about politicians lying to the American people. She talked about the middle class at the same time she's investigated for having illegals on her staff. AOC lied about Trump's tax cuts. They said it only went to the rich, but it was the middle class that benefited the most. This is confirmed. The IRS data proves Trump tax cuts benefited the middle working class Americans the most. Even though she complains it's an oligarchy. It was only to protect the billionaires. She's projecting in order to deflect from her own crimes, like using taxpayer dollars to pay illegals.
He's literally using the headlines. He's literally like... He's like the meme. Like, Nuxtaku is literally the meme where he just reads the fucking headlines. And that's all he does. He doesn't read the article. He just goes to screenshots of the headlines. And he's the meme. When will you become a VTuber? I'll become a VTuber whenever I make enough money to buy a rig. Okay. AOC has no authority over these either, Lamau. True. And as if she has enough authority over like crazy things in her fucking state. Like, okay, no, Republicans are doing this. Republicans have authority because they vote in the budget where it goes. Yep.
He has also been instructing illegal.
You could replace Nux with an LLM. Guys, more donations so then I can replace Nux as the resident slop political VTuber. Okay. It raised me enough money so then I can buy a $2,000 to $4,000 VTuber rig so then I can replace Nux, okay?
On avoiding ICE and deportation. You know why? Because many of her constituents in New York City that are voting for her are illegals. Without the illegals, she can't win elections. Illegals donate her campaign, work on her campaign. Some even illegally vote for her. Like, are we on the same page? Do you know what we're dealing with here? Do you see the bullshit that's happening? It's lies on lies on lies.
And that is lying to and screwing over working and middle-class Americans.
So she's claimed that Trump is lying, but she's lying about this thing that she's saying that he's lying, because it actually is primarily for working-class Americans.
Okay, no more. Please, okay, I gotta take a break. I can only take so much.